This is the story about an African American woman who is passionate about professional wrestling and goes to countless events. She then, one day, gets the idea to start a wrestling talk podcast to talk about her favorite wrestlers and wrestling programs. She has a home podcasting room full of wrestling memorabilia that she uses to do the show, and every week you can tune in and join in the conversation.
Welcome, my gems. Welcome, my little darlings. Miss you guys. Welcome to Rumble Time. I am your host. I'm your host, Queen Gemini. And boy, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. But the main thing we got to talk about, honey, we got to talk about that Saturday night main event. Mm. Whew. Well, now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting to see my friend, Jesse Ventura. I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I don't see Jesse. So I'm getting mad. Why I'm not seeing Jesse? I'm like, please tell me Triple H did not do what I think he has done. Because if he has, I'm going to crash out. Well, I had to go and do a little digging. And sure enough, this, okay, I can't call him what I want to call him. I have to keep this PG. But this son of a biscuit eater, he has pulled Jesse. Yes, he pulled Jesse because of what Jesse said about, remember that bootleg match they had on that couple Saturday nights main events ago with the cage match with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, and Jesse said this was some BS, and I even said it was some BS, and Damian just walked out of the cage, and we was all like, what kind of crap is that? You don't walk out the cage. This is supposed to be something you're supposed to exit in some kind of spectacular way. So he got upset because of what Jesse had said. Jesse just said, I even said that it was a load of crap. And he pulled Jesse for that. I hope he gets a cramp in his leg for that. You pulled the one good thing about Saturday night main event. You better put Jesse Ventura back. Somebody better send him a memo, a smoke signal, a carrier pigeon, or something. But he better put Jesse back, because I didn't appreciate that at all. And then on top of it, you gonna give us 4 matches. I mean, come on, we could have kind of like dialed those results in and just, look, just give them the title and save the rest of the crap, because yeah.
Uh, Let me check in with y'all. What's going on? E-Buck here. I'm a co-host a little bit this evening. When we do the big PPE, I like to chime in, but also I gotta agree with a few things that's been said. First of all, come on now. That was one of the good things about Saturday Night Main Event being back on. That Jesse was there on commentary because can't nobody do it like Jesse. To
It
this
sure
day, the
can't.
best commentating duo of all time for WWE was Jesse the Body Ventura and Vince McMahon. Okay,
Yes.
there is no argument on that, none. So the fact that he was not a part of the show pissed me off too.
Exactly. Cause I'm like, really, this is what we're doing now. Cause you upset. Cause you pandering to these people that just became fans last week.
These wannabes, exactly.
I'm so daggone sick of this crap. I
I
don't
mean,
know what to
I
do.
agree with you, Fee, because it seemed like ever since they went to Netflix and Triple H been doing things, it just it ain't hitting.
It ain't. It's not. It really is not. I've never been so more aggravated than I was Saturday night. I have. Ooh,
All right, continue, my sister. Like I said, it's definitely gonna be something. I will chime back in when I need to.
I'm telling you, he better go. You better have Jesse there December the 13th, because if he's not there December the 13th, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out, and we're gonna talk about December the 13th too. Y'all just hang tight. Just hang in there with. Just hang in there with me. We're gonna get to December the 13th. We're gonna talk about that. The first match to kick off the show was for the undisputed um WWE Championship. It was our champion Cody Rhodes, QB1, as they done, named him, against Drew McIntyre. Now Drew done go to him into, he done gave up the champion's advantage, so that, if he got disqualified or if he gets counted out, he loses his title. Okay. Now this made me mad. Woo! When Drew had the nerve enough to have Lillian Garcia announce him as the real American Dream, I almost went through that dang on TV. I got to cussing, and I forgot my grandsons was here. Even though they was in the front of the house, they still heard me cuss.
Now,
So
why do you always seem to forget that them babies is there every
I don't know.
time?
I don't know, but I crashed out and forgot they was here. And then here come the oldest one, and he said, "You know what happens when you cuss? Give me your hand." So I got two poppings for cussing, and was told to don't do it again. I said, "Well, he made me mad." He said, "Well, I ain't got nothing to do with him, but you cannot be cussing." And I was like, "Okay, I won't cuss." And then I thought about, I'm like, "Wait a minute, I'm your grandma. What is we doing?" So, so I'm trying to hold this in because they here. But they made mention of something. Because as soon as they said the American Dream, the first thing that popped in my daggone mind before they even said it was the promo that Dusty gave, the Hard Times promo. If y'all have never seen that, go look that up. Huh? That is the number one promo of all times. You felt that in your soul when he gave that promo. And then they said it marked Saturday marked the 40th anniversary of the Hard Times promo. I said, "Well, I'll be darned."
Of course, due to that statute of limitation stuff like that, there we can only do so much. But I think they'll let us get away with playing some of the audio. Let's see if we do that right quick.
Okay.
Secondly, I want to thank Jim Crockett Promotions for waiting and taking the time, because I know how important it was. Starcade 85 it is to the wrestling fans, it is to Jim Crockett Promotions. And Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream.
I remember watching that promo with my mother. I was 15 when he did that promo. 40 years ago, last Saturday, was the anniversary of Hard Times. And I thought it was just because as soon as they said, when she said it, that was the first thing that popped in my head was that promo. And then they made the announcement that it was the anniversary of that promo. I, mm, mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I was mad that he even had the nerve enough to even had the audacity to even compare himself to the Dream. I'm like, you couldn't even lace up Dusty's boots. Mm, I got a place you can go. Mm. Now, Drew is an idiot. You spend most of this match trying to goat Cody into either getting counted out. He brings in the title, trying to, goat Cody into using the title. I'm like, you kind of special, ain't you? You just dumb. Now we saw the writing on the wall because the referee was behind Cody. I'm like, oh, he finna get knocked out. Oh, he finna get knocked out. And sure enough, Drew done shoved Cody into the ref. So the ref is down. Well, excuse me, officials. That's what they're calling them now. There are officials now. I'm like, who the hell came up with this? But it's a new day and time, y'all. We just gotta go with the flow. Now, Drew, which I know he gonna complain about this on Friday. It's gonna be the referee's fault. No, this was your fault. He go get the title. He go go get the title. Here he come with the title. He tries to hit Cody. He misses. Then they run into each other. I don't know what they were trying to do, but they done collided. They're both out. Both down. Okay, they start stirring. Drew's going for the title. He makes it to the title. Cody gets up and DDT'd him onto the title. Now I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, Cody, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's about daggone time. I knew you had it in you. Now get rid of the evidence because the referee's starting to move a little bit now. He's starting to move. Throw it out. Throw it. Throw it out. You can't get caught with it. You moving a little too. Throw away the evidence. Uh-huh. He throws it out. He gets Drew. He hit the crossroads. He gets that 1, 2, 3. And still our undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes.
Uh,
Excuse me.
it was a good match, not a great one. I liked it. A little interesting twist with the whole, you could get DQ type thing, but at this point, I think I'm with you. I'm tired of Drew McIntyre.
I am,
So tired.
yeah.
So tired.
Because
Time for him to go do movies or something.
instead of you taking the fight to him, You too busy trying to play tricks and games and stuff.
That part.
You, dude, no, none of that worked. So of course he gonna blame somebody. He gonna find somebody to blame. It's gonna be somebody. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this was hilarious and sad all in one. All in one. The second match for the night was for the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, the champion, versus Jade Cargill. Now, they talking about Tiffany done had such a wonderful year and all of this and all. Of course she had. She only defended her title 10 times. Oh, she done held it what 300 and some odd days. They said. Of course she done had a wonderful year. She ain't been defending the daggone title. I'd have had a wonderful year too. I was like, you got to be kidding me. What the heck? Mm. But honey, now Nick tried to give her a way out. Now Nick was like, cause she, last Friday apparently Jade snapped and clotheslined her behind and beat her up, and she had hurt her little knee and all that, And Nick was like, your knee is wrapped up. I mean, I know the doctor said you could go, they cleared you, but you could just say no, no. I owe her. I'm going out there and I'm going to face her and I'm going to win. And I'm like, no, you ain't, honey. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, no, you ain't, sister. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. I wouldn't go out there if I was you. But she didn't listen. She went on out there like she was Billy Badass. And when I say Jade act like she was a storm, she really act like she was a storm because honey, she unleashed on that daggone girl. I was like, well, dang, what did she say? Did she call you out of your name or something? Because she went buck wild on her. But it was when she did them 3 nuclear bombs on her, when she did the first one, okay, it was the first one that got me. Because I was like, hold up, Jay, you ain't supposed to throw nobody down like that. You ain't supposed to throw people down like that. That's not nice. I'm sure that hurt. And it looked like it hurt. But when she picked her up and she hit them other 2 nuclear bombs, I'm like, she ain't getting up. She ain't getting up. Just go ahead and pin the girl. But then I don't even know what the name of it is. I'm gonna have to find out. But y'all know that little hold she does where they face in the crowd and she gets them up in the air and then she slam them down, face, their face to the mat. I was like, Lord Jay, you did not have to do that girl like that. When she did that and flipped her over and she went back, 1, 2, 3, that was it. That was it. And we got a new, y'all hear me? A new WWE Women's Champion.
All right,
Yep.
let me jump in here, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was kind of impressive how they did that for her. I mean, because it reminds you of some of them matches when Brock Lesnar basically says, "Yeah, tonight you ain't got no business being in this ring with me. I'm about to beat your way.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to break you off something proper, and I'm about to hurry up and do it so I can go back to what I was doing. You in
Mm-hmm.
my way." So yeah, I'm assuming that Tiffany Stratton is beat up for real in real life with that knee. So yeah, let me go and get you out the way so you can go rest up and rehab for a while. While I take care of this belt business.
Exactly.
Cause that was a belt the ass type whooping that she put on her.
It was. It really was. It really was. Cause I was like, mm, I
Yeah,
feel kind of sorry for you. Huh?
because
Mm.
they say wrestling is staged or whatnot. No, it's some real bruises on that girl after that
Yeah,
match.
yeah, yeah,
For
yeah,
real, for real.
yeah.
Because the
Cause,
way, like you said, that first power bomb, yeah, my back hurt a little bit after that one.
cause I bet you she was saying I could have just handed her the title. We didn't have to do
Right.
all that.
Yeah, could just made me tap out of something. I ain't have to get beat up like this, huh?
Cause yeah, that was kind of frightening. That was a
Yeah,
little frightening.
yeah.
Now this match we didn't even have to have because it pissed me off in so many ways. In so many ways. For the Intercontinental Championship, Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, the champion, versus Rusev. Whew. I do not like how Triple H is booking Penta because if y'all do not know, Penta is a beast. When he's unleashed, Triple H is not unleashing him. And I do not appreciate this. Then Triple H is trying to make Dominic Mysterio into Eddie Guerrero. There is only one Eddie Guerrero. There will only ever be one Eddie Guerrero. Please stop with this crap because you're pissing us off.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Dominic Mysterio not even Chavo Guerrero, okay?
He sure ain't. And I'm sick of this. I'm tired. I'm not putting the other word in front of his name because of the simple fact that belongs to Dirty Dutch Mandel. If you don't know who he is, you just became a wrestling fan last week, use Google. That's who that belongs to. If you've been a wrestling fan for a while, you may remember him as the little what was his name? Colt. He was with Jack Swagger. That's who that belongs to. The whole dirty part, that belongs to him. He was Dirty Dutch.
Fun fact, by the way, Jack Swagger, now MMA fighter, and doing pretty good actually.
I heard. I heard. And he even said Dirty Dutch has a podcast. And he said on because he was asked about that. Did Dom ask for permission to use it? And he said no. He came out, he said no, he was not asked. Therefore, I flat out refuse. Because when you cannot respect the legends enough to go to them and use either their name or a move of theirs, then I'm not showing you no kind of respect, and I'm not saying it. I flat out refuse to.
And truthfully, I don't think Eddie would approve either if he was still here.
No, Eddie would not go for that.
I'm actually wondering what Vicky thinks of some of this.
I would like to know too. I really would like to know myself. Um, Chavo, I'm kind of curious to know what Chavo feels about this as well, because Chavo has talked big boy junk about Ray, because he said that Ray and Eddie was not as close of friends as Ray makes it seem. And I'm like, wait a minute, what you mean? I was like, well, hold up now. Because according to Ray Ray, they were friends. Now you talking about they wasn't friends like that. So what's going on here? What's the deal? So I really am curious to know what the Guerrero family feels about this. And then Monday night, he okay, I'm just gonna go because it wasn't nothing special about this match. He does some cheating stuff. He Penta messes around, hits Rusev in the head with the little hammer that they use to ring the bell, and then Dom, shoves him into the thing and out the ring, and then he does a frog splash and he gets the win. Yada yada yada. Nothing special. Um, but Monday, Rey Mysterio shows back up, and Ray mentioned Eddie, and Dom talking about don't keep my father's name out your mouth. Now, for you dimwits that became wrestling fans last week that have no clue what's going on, you may actually think Eddie Guerrero is his dad. That's not the case. There was a storyline, okay? There was a storyline for the custody of Dom, okay? And the reason the storyline actually came about was because Eddie was wilding. Eddie was on that stuff. He was out here wilding. And he had gotten some lady pregnant. So he was, trying to get what's her name? Vicky. He was trying to get back with his wife and come back home to his kids, right? Whoo, so Vicky, she was like, okay, so I guess I have to accept the little kid. Okay. So they do end up getting back together and everything. So Vince finds this out about, what it at, about the little extra kid. So he was like, hey, why don't we do a storyline about this? Because, Vince don't care. That's why I don't know why when y'all heard stuff about Vince, y'all was so shocked. Because we all know, all of us that have been watching wrestling for a while, we all knew how jacked up Vince was. And that's how the whole storyline came about for the custody of Dom. So that's why Dom said what he said. Ray is actually his dad. They still just playing on that storyline, which I really don't think you should be using that at all, seeing that Eddie is no longer here. And one of them Guerreros might show up and jump y'all in the alley. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It could happen. Because one of his daughters I seen, and I think she is the youngest. She's not, I think she is the other daughter from the other lady. She is getting into wrestling. You might want to stop playing. Seriously. Cause she looked like she ain't wrapped too tight. I'm not trying to be funny, but that girl looked like when you look at her, that's Eddie kid. You can see it. You can see, and she looked like she will channel every bit of her daddy and beat the crap out of you. They might want to stop playing. Seriously. I would cut that out. I really would stop. Some people think the whole face-off last night between Dom and and Ray is gonna set up a father versus son match. We don't care about that no more. We've seen that. We don't care. We don't want to see Dom. We pretty much want him to go away at this point. But Ray did make a good point to him. As long as Ray is wrestling and is in the business, it's always gonna be Rey Mysterio before Dom. Period. Dom has it in his head he's the greatest Mysterio. No, when you say Mysterio, first person, anybody with any kind of common sense is gonna say Rey Mysterio. They're not gonna say Dominic Mysterio. I remember seeing Rey Mysterio. I before the whole I remember him in WCW. I remember seeing him do before we even had a name for the 619. I remember seeing him do that. Almost gave me a whole heart attack. I'm like, Lord, that little man finna fly out over here on us. And then when he whooped himself back in, I was like, I like you. But I'm kind of sick of Dominic Mysterio. He's a pain. He's a pain. Because to be honest, you only got as far as you have gotten because of who your daddy is. Let's be real about it. They always want to talk about let's talk about this for a minute. They always want to talk about the women. They want to talk about Charlotte. They want to talk about Ava. Um, they want to talk about Natalia. Oh, they only get these checks because of who their daddies is, and yada yada yada. But you don't talk about. Why don't you talk? Let's talk about Dom. Only reason why Dom is where Dom is because who his dad is. Because he is Rey Mysterio's dad. We have literally sat and watched. This didn't come from no what's that jackass on Raw Adam Pearce. This came from Triple H himself. Whatever you want to Rey Mysterio when he asked to change from Raw to SmackDown. We all sat here and looked at him tell Ray that. So you're not going to tell me that he's not where he is because of who his dad is. You're doing the flipping frog splash because that was Eddie Guerrero's move. Come up with your own stuff. Exactly. And you look reflected doing that.
I mean, truth be told, okay. Just taking him for his actual wrestling skill, he just probably good enough to be on NXT. He
Yes.
shouldn't even be on a WWE roster. I mean, he didn't got better, yes. Is he
Yes.
as good enough to be one of the champions right now? No.
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 Could he be one of the NXT champions? Yes.
And
Because
should he
it's
be a double champion? Hell no.
no. Because when he won that mega champion, oh, I cussed my TV out. Got popped for it, but it was worth it. I'm telling y'all, as much as I get popped for cussing, you think I'd stop cussing when they hear? I remember they are here. Don't you cuss? Don't you say a word? Now, woo, Lord, y'all, buckle up for this one, y'all. Buckle up. John Cena John Tyrone Cena. Oh, y'all, we at the end. We getting to the end of the road. We getting to the end of the road. December the 13th is the last match. It will be a Saturday night main event. John announced during Saturday night main event that a week from Monday, which will be starting next Monday, there will be a tournament, okay, to determine who his opponent will be for his final match. He said there will be participants from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and it could possibly be some folks that don't even work for the company. Adam Pearce picked and announced the first two matches that we have set, and like I said, they will start next Monday. So I'm gonna have to make me a separate sheet to keep up with this. Damian Priest is going to face Rusev. Sheamus will face Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, if I gotta pick, I'm picking Rusev because ain't no way in hell Damian can beat. If he beat Rusev, somebody gonna cheat, somebody gonna interfere or something. And the one between Sheamus and Shinsuke, I'm going with Shinsuke. It's gonna be a good match, but I'm going with Shinsuke. Now on Friday, Nick Aldis, our favorite GM, will pick and announce, I think, two more matches. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on out here in the atmosphere. Now, when y'all send that homing pigeon, smoke signal, SOS, or whatever you got to send to Triple H to tell him he better get Jesse Ventura back for that daggone December the 13th, Saturday night main event. You better tell him Gunther better not win this tournament. Because if Gunther wins this tournament, y'all talking about a crash out. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, you better go ahead and get ready because I'm finna crash out like I've never crashed out before. Because I had been seeing rumors that people have been predicting that Gunther is good. Now they were saying it was gonna be a battle royal, but we're not doing a battle royal. They've said it was gonna be a battle royal, and Gunther was gonna be back for the battle royal, and he was gonna win, and he was no. I do not want to see no flipping Gunther facing John Cena. Oh God, no. He better not even be a part. He better not be nowhere near the tournament. Because that will be a crash out too. I want John to face. I want John to face somebody good. And I want it left up to John. If he wants to put somebody over, fine. But put somebody over that deserves it. If he does not want to put anybody over, that's fine too, because he really does not have to. Everybody be like, these legends should put people over. He ain't got to, because after the performance that John Cena has given us this year, I want him to go out with a bang. He deserves it. Because I have seen that man wrestle his best matches this year. So, I'm telling you, if I see Gunther, if I hear Gunther's name, I'm crashing out.
All right. Now, personally, my two choices, one would be The Rock, because it would make sense. They tied 1-1. This is the final match. And at that point, I would want it to be the final match for both of them. Ever, 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 ever.
Mm-hmm.
My other choice, let him and Roman do it. They've been the two most acknowledged champions of the last decade. Let them have it out for that last match.
Uh-huh.
They're my two choices.
That's two good choices. That is two good choices. So we gonna see. We're gonna see how this plays out. I'm telling, if Triple H messes this up, I hope he gets cramps in both of his leg and his big toes. I'm telling you, he better not mess this up. He better not mess this up. I don't care about Goldberg. I don't care about his last match, but he better not mess this up for John. Now we get down to the main event.
Now hold on, Fee. I
Yeah,
do need to say one more thing.
yeah.
Since we talking about sending people out the right way, because after John is done, I need them to show that same type of love and respect to this man right here.
Oh yes, most definitely, most definitely.
He deserved that same type of send off that John getting.
Yes, he does. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, most definitely. They better, cause we go pretty soon here. After I get through this and we do some injury reports, we got a lot of stars that are looking at walking away, and they're not waiting like the old heads used to do when they was in their 50s and 60s and stuff. No, they're not finna do that. They're yeah, yeah. We're gonna be left with a lot of we're gonna be left with some duds. Um our main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk versus Jay Uso. It was a good match. Both men gave it all they had. Um, they knew they wasn't gonna put that belt on Jay, and I really hate these new fans. And yes, I said hate because I do. Um, because they went on when Jay won that battle royal to face Punk. They went on the WWE social media pages and hit the dislike button. Yes, it got ridiculous, and I was like, I hope all of y'all that hit dislike catch cramps. um, and then I noticed some of them would boo him when he came out, and I'm like, no, you did not just boo main event Jay Uso. And it took two GTSs for Punk to get that win. Okay. Now, Poe J was just defeated. He just sitting there looking. The way he was looking at Punk, he was looking at Punk like, I wish you would get struck by lightning. Then I happened to be on the book, and I saw posting. Somebody said that Jay posted on his IG that said y'all win, and he gave everybody the middle finger. I said no, he didn't, because I follow Jay on IG. I know he didn't do that. So I went and looked. Y'all, Jay really did post y'all win and the middle finger. And I was like, I like you. I took it personally. Why you giving me the finger? Because it's the picture of him sitting up against the barricade, and he's looking at Punk holding up the title where he's wishing that he got struck by lightning. It's that picture, and right above, y'all win, and that middle finger. I'm like, I'm on your. I've always been on your side. I was on your side when you faced Roman. And I knew Roman was going to win, but I was on your side. I almost passed out holding my breath. Daddy tell me to breathe. When he finna cave your head in with them steps, I'm screaming, no, hold up. I've always been on your side. I took that a little personally. I'm like, I'm your friend. I can understand your frustration. But they need to stop playing with Jay. They need to stop playing with Jay, because they're gonna mess around and Jay gonna snap and gonna beat the crap out of everybody. Y'all keep playing with him. Keep acting like he a toy. You gonna learn the hard way. Messing with my boy. I appreciate that. And that was the Saturday night main event. 4 matches and an announcement. And I almost missed the daggone thing. Because now I could have sworn the last one came on at 8 o'clock. This sucker came on at 7. If KB had not came and like cut the TV on, he's like, baby, it's time for the Saturday night main event. I was like, it ain't 8 o'clock. He's like, baby, it comes on at 7. I was like, when we start doing that?
Right.
I'm tired of these. Triple H, I need you to get your stuff together. Seriously, stop playing with us. Stop listening to these people that just became wrestling fans. They don't know nothing about no wrestling. You listen to us OGs. You know good. You know how to tell a story. It's about the story. We need you to get it together. These simple folks couldn't even understand the whole. Okay, they put out 4 different videos. Okay, of just all you saw was the shoes. You just saw the shoes. Now, out of the 4, I got 3. I said, that's Cody, that's Roman. Oh, I know that's Brock. There ain't nobody gonna convince me otherwise. That's Brock. That's Brock. I know that's Brock. Now I'm like, who's that fourth one? I'm having a whole discussion with people about who the fourth one is. Somebody said CM Punk. I said, I don't think that's Punk. You don't think that's Punk? Then come to find out, they ran the trailer. It was for WrestleMania 42. And sure enough, it was CM Punk. I had three of the four. It was Cody, it was Roman, it was Brock, and it was CM Punk. I was like, well, I got three of the four. Because, honey, somebody tried to tell me that the one that was Brock was not Brock. That wasn't Brock Lesnar. I'm like, honey, I know that's Brock Lesnar. I know them boots is Brock Lesnar. You are not going to tell me that that is not Brock Lesnar. And then I'm like, you know what? You might have a problem when you can identify somebody by their daggone shoes. I'm like, Lord, help me, Jesus. But I was right. Now, seeing that we got, a new world champion, yes, Seth is really hurt. He got injured when he faced Cody, and that's why they moved up the Vision turning on him, because that wasn't supposed to happen until next year. But yeah, that's why they moved that up. So yeah, he's really, really hurt. So now he is going to be out for 6 months. For 6 months. So his return is looking to be right around WrestleMania 42. Okay. Now, I don't want the visionary. I don't want the what was that he called himself? I don't want the Messiah. I don't want the architect. I want the Joker. Remember when he wore the suit and he had the really funny laugh? When he first started doing that, I said, Seth is like our version of the Joker. I want that Seth Rollins. Give me that Seth Rollins. Don't care about them other ones. I want that one. Because I have a feeling when he come back, he's going to be a face. Now, Becky, about a couple Mondays ago, she had confronted Paul Heyman. And she just, patting him all up in his face, honey. I was like, dang, Becky. And she told me, yeah, when he come back, he's going to hurt you. Triple H, please do not drop the ball on this. Omos has offered his services to Becky. When the Vision turned on Seth, Becky made a post and said, I was gone for 1 week. And up under her post, Omos posted, I offer my services to you, because he didn't like what they did. He didn't like how that went down. Please, please put this together. Unleash Omos. Just unleash him on them. Let him wreak havoc on them. They deserve it. They really do. Because I'm tired of 2 tons of fun just doing that daggone splash on the people. And then you got Ron Breaker. He's twitching and carrying on. But like, is you all right? You ain't on that stuff, is you? Please don't be on that stuff. You better not be on that stuff. Now this one, oh, this broke my heart. Our Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Mm, mm, mm. He's gonna be out for the rest of 2025. He is getting work done on his mouth. He will be getting new teeth. This is a health issue. This is not cosmetic. Um, from what I heard, it has to be done. This is health wise. So, as you know, he was written off. That he was supposed to have a match, and I think he was supposed to be facing Dimwit Drew, and yeah, he was supposed to be facing Drew. He was supposed to determine the number one contender for Cody's title, and a whole scaffold was laying on my boy, and he was leaking from his mouth, and I was like, oh my god, oh, I'm in here just hollering, oh, that hurt my boy. So yeah, he's gonna be out for the rest of 2025. So we, praying for a speedy recovery for Jacob. Now, I have a bone to pick with y'all. Why was y'all letting me sit up here and call JC Matea the wrong name? I was looking at something because the MFTs have went to wearing this face paint, right? Because Tama Tonga apparently wore this in New Japan. Well, he wore it in New Japan, and now they're wearing this white face paint with this little black and stuff on it. And I happened to look at his name. I'm like, his name ain't JD. Where I get JD from? The man's name is JC. I've been sitting up here calling him JD. Oh Lord, I I said Lord, but he done changed up his paint because the paint he had on at first, y'all know Kung Fu Panda. I didn't do this, but people on the internet was comparing him to Poe from Kung Fu Panda. They was doing a side by side of him and Poe. So he changed up. He changed up his. He changed up his face paint. He changed up his face paint. This is this is so sad. This is so sad. Y'all was letting me. It was sad that they called him Poe, but I mean, when you look at him and he put on the face paint, he really looked like Kung Fu Panda. I mean, it's not our fault. It's not our fault. So he changed his paint up because, because people was clowning him and stuff, and and all that stuff. But that's not our fault. Yeah. But anyways, Yeah, but it's y'all fault. Y'all let me sit up here and call that man the wrong name. Well, I mean, I really didn't care about his name. I just didn't appreciate him messing with Jacob. So yeah, well, he's lucky that I didn't call him something else. So so hey, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, yeah, a lot has happened in the wrestling world, and yeah, um, I'm we're gonna talk about some more of that on Thursday, um, because yeah, there's a lot that has happened um since we was last together. So yeah, I got a lot to catch y'all up on. So so Thursday, we gonna get caught. We gonna get caught up because, honey, we do I got a lot to tell y'all about, honey. And I'm telling y'all because some things I didn't think I was gonna have to talk about again because we done had this discussion one time. Y'all gonna be surprised that we are talking about this again. And I'm like, if you don't go somewhere and sit down, mm-mm, Lord, I'm telling you, some people will test your patience. But now I'm trying to wait and see what they're gonna do. But I'm hearing that they talking about the first of the year. You know how they was having Raw come on at 7 o'clock. They talking about doing that again at the first of the year. So nothing has been no official decision has been made yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is gonna be interesting. And let's see. We'll, we'll touch base on NXT. I catch NXT when I can. It's kind of hit or miss with NXT. Eh, Sometimes it's good, and then sometimes it's like, ugh. Now, okay, I will say this. I need, since Raw was last night after the whole Saturday night main event. Yeah, Raw sucked. I'm sitting here doing other things. I was doing, I did catch some of it. It opened up. Punk was celebrating. He mocked, Seth was swinging the belt. Then Logan Paul went down there. He got jumped on by the Vision. Well, wait a minute. I'm calling him Vision. No, that's not what I called them. I called them the Bron Bronze. Let me correct myself. The Bron Bronze. That's what they are. Now, I do not understand, and I'm going to end with this. Now, the main event was stupid. Um, we didn't even need it at that point because everybody gets counted out. You got Jay go and get a match for him and Punk talking about if I'm getting Jay Uso or am I getting Little Roman. I'm like, you better hope you get Little Roman because you're going up against the Braun Braun. So you might want Roman, but Jay talking about he ain't listening. Forget what the tribal chief say. Forget what Jimmy say. He only listening to what Jay say. And I'm like, and how has that been working out for you? But I digress because he gave me the middle finger, taking that personally. But anyway, so they go down there for this match against the Braun Brawns. Everybody get counted out, and they getting the crap beat out of Poe J. Lord have mercy, he doesn't get speared, and then he gets 2 tons of fun done splashed him, and I'm like, Lord, his ribs are broke. Boy, ribs broke. Lord, help him, help him, help him. Still rooting for him, even though he gave me the finger. Punk gets a chair. He's in there with a chair. The Bron, each one of them get a chair. So Punk is standing there like, okay, we gonna do this. Cause you know, Punk, now I will say this. Punk ain't backing down from nobody. I don't care what you say about that little man. That little buck 05 man would fight King Kong if, well, not King Kong. He would fight Kong if he had to. But here comes Logan Paul. So all these stupid people is yelling, thinking Logan gonna help. And I'm saying, Punk, don't fall for this. And he puts on them brass knuckles. I'm still yelling, Punk, don't fall for this. Punk don't hear me. Maybe because I'm yelling at a daggone TV. Why that SOB hit Punk? Yes. Now the Bron done jumped. Yeah, I kind of left out. At the beginning of the show, the Bron jump on Logan Paul. Okay. But he comes down there and he hits Punk. So Punk laid down. He's out. And Paul J out. And so Paul Heyman looking like Oswald Cobblepot is holding the Bron back. And Logan walks up and he takes off the brass knuckles and he hands brass knuckles to Oswald. So now that's how he ended, with him giving the brass knuckles to Oswald Cobblepot. So now I'm mad because I do not like Logan Paul. And I want the Bron to jump on him again. Because one thing I do know, Bron Breakker don't like him. Because he called him something YouTuber or something. And yeah, he speared him and 2 tons of fun splashed him. Bron, you could tell that Bron Breakker, when looking at him, he really does not like Logan Paul. I've seen that look. That's the same look his uncle had when he did not like somebody. I'm telling, honey, if Logan think he finna line himself up with the Bron and everything gonna be okay, he's a bigger dummy than I thought he was. Because that look that he had when he was going off and he called him a fake or something, or wannabe or something YouTuber, and then with the way he speared him and looked at him, ooh, I was like, that's that Scott Steiner look. That's the look that your uncle used to get when he really did not like somebody. I know that look right there. Yes, I can, honey. Yes, I know that. He really do not like Logan Paul. Logan Paul can fall for that if he want to. Logan gonna get hurt messing with them. Now that be one time I will be all on his side, because you need to stop trying to play wrestler. Cause this boy, this is in his blood. He's a Steiner. Okay? He's not playing wrestling. He gets that strength from his daggone daddy. You don't believe me? Go look at some of their old matches from back in the day. Told you about Halloween Havoc when he had that match. And his dad picked up Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah ain't nothing light. He did a belly to belly suplex on that man into a chair. I'm like, dang. Them Steiner brothers was no joke. They didn't hold them tag team titles for nothing, honey. When you got in the ring with them two, honey, it was a battle. They was no joke. He gets it from them. Now I give credit where credit is due. That's where that boy gets that strength from. And if Logan Paul think, oh, I'm lining myself up with them and everything gonna be cool, you are you better go back and look at what happened to Seth. Ask Seth how he felt after he got speared. You got speared too, but you might want to talk to Seth. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. You can be dumb if you want to. You're playing with fire. Wish you all the luck in the world.
Shout out to Coach B. What's going on, Coach? What up, though?
Oh, hey, coach. Oh Lord, my voice about to go. Saying they could have did better with Raw. They really could have. But it is what it is because we have Adam Pierce for a GM, so yeah. So I will see you guys on Thursday, and we're gonna play catch up on. Like I said, there's a lot to catch up on, so we're gonna play catch up, and I'm gonna let you fill you in on any news that I hear between now and then. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I thank you so much. And thank you to everybody that will see this afterwards. And please hit the like and the share. It'd be greatly appreciated. And comment. Say hey. So I hope everybody have the remainder of your week is good. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.